The old Preflight. Power steering's good. I just stopped my power steering leak, hopefully. Checking our brake fluid. Brake fluid's good. Check our oil. Well, it looks good. We're going to check it again. The old Idemitsu 20W50 and a little bit of Idemitsu premix, even though our OMP works. Oil is good. And since I don't have a fender liner, I can come down here and check that the coolant level is good. Everything looks good. Good vacuum, good oil pressure, no lights, just my brake light from my e-brake. Everything looks good. Purring right along. Get out, check her over. Smell that nice pre-mix rotary exhaust. Everything looks good, sounds good. Check for leaks. No leaks, just some Black Widow hanging out on the old car. Sorry for all the dust. We got a lot of dust around here. I can't keep this thing clean. I got a new O2 sensor to put in her. I think she'll be a little happier if I get the new O2. Good vacuum. You gotta note it's skewed a little bit. It doesn't quite sit on zero. It sits up just a little. Thinking that surging is my O2, but until I get the old O2 out, which I don't have a tool for, I won't be positive. The old good luck unicorn. Since this car is kind of my unicorn. Just wait for her to get up to temp here. Fuel gauge doesn't work. That's one of the places I had major issues with this car, was the fuel system. The old fuel pump and the fuel tank were just completely rusted out. I mean, there was not much left of the fuel pump. Here, I'll actually show you that real quick. So, don't mind the spider webs, but this is what my old fuel pump looked like. No pickup anymore, just a pile of rust. And there's all the rust bits that came out with it. It's one of the new fuel filters I put in. She's got all fresh transmission fluid. Rear diff, changed the rear diff fluid out. Rebuilt the master of the brake cylinder. Yeah, the brakes, the master brakes, whatever, the whole brake cylinder. I rebuilt that. Just had to rebuild my air pump with the old one. The new one ate the front bearing. Well, the newer one, it wasn't new, but the one that was on the car, it ate the front bearing. I had an old one that was in really rough shape. Completely tore it apart, refurbished it, greased the bearings, got that air pump working, put it on the car. Car's working again. Had to replace a bunch of coolant lines. Had to replace the fuel pressure regulator, the fuel dampener. Like I said, the fuel pump. Tried to rebuild the fuel sending unit, but it was in pretty bad shape. My repair job didn't work. Some of the plastic, I think, is broke from just being so brittle, so it didn't hold. Had to replace all my aftermarket intake intercooler stuff with stock. That's pretty much it. She's completely all stock except for downpipe. So, I'll end it here, get her out, and I'll go take you guys for a drive. Good oil pressure, good vacuum, temp's good, no lights. A little bit of grindy going into second gear. Take it easy here for a minute. Let her warm up, stretch her legs. Sorry for the wind, I keep the windows down. Like any old FD, I got lots of creaks and shit. It's pretty rare to find one that doesn't. Just replaced my dash vent there. The old one was all broke to shit. That one's doing pretty good. New suspension to put on the car. I just haven't done it yet. I just got the car running again, so I didn't want to have it down for a few days while I take the shocks off and have them take them over to the shop to use a spring compressor. Cruise is two grand, 55, nice and easy, smooth, other than the rough ride. These old stiff springs and blown out shocks doesn't make for a very good ride. honest, I have no clue how much gas I got. I'm always topping off. And it's hard with this car because depending on how you drive, you can get 22 miles to the gallon or you can get like 13. So it really varies on how far you can actually go. I'm a pretty tall guy, I barely fit in this car. I'm like 6'4". But I love it. This car is too much fun to drive. And lots of attention. I can't go anywhere in this car without getting just tons of attention. If you don't like attention, don't drive an FD Rx7. Oh yeah, locks. I forgot to say I had to rebuild the locks. One of them, the door handle was busted, it wouldn't open, and the other one had a key broke off stuck in it, so I had to tear the doors apart, tear the lock mechanism apart, get the key out, fix it. Fix the door handle that was bent and wouldn't open the door. Lots of things to fix on this car. I don't think I'll ever have her to where there's nothing to fix on her. It's just the nature of our FD Rx7. $80,000 miles. I just cracked her over, breaking this engine in. It was at 79,000. Some hideous noise that comes from the bottom right there. I don't know if it's the shielding on the exhaust or what, but when I get it wrapped up to around 6.5, it really makes a hideous noise down there. off. Try and get some more driving videos in the future, especially if you guys like this one. But I really need to get a driving buddy, somebody to go out with, just because FDs do like to brake, so it's always nice to have a buddy when you're out driving your FD. That's why this drive, just a quick short little introductory drive. Pretty much back to home, so I'll probably end the video here. Hope you guys enjoyed.